So verse challenges, where I actually write a verse and then invite you to actually complete that verse, isn't that essentially creating a joint work where I'm going to jointly own this composition with potentially hundreds of people individually that participate in this competition?
Yeah, it is. If I'm a writer and I ask someone to create a verse with me, now I've created a copyright. If a second writer comes in and writes a verse, that's a second copyright. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, etc. You've created multiple copyrights with me as one owner and all of these individual writers as a second owner.
You know, at least in the United States, under United States copyright law, the splits are automatically pro rata, and each of us have the rights to issue as many non-exclusive licenses as we want, as long as we account to the other writers. So if we don't want that to happen, what are your suggestions to actually overcome that?
Usually in cases where there are co-writes, there's something called a split sheet, which sets out the relationship between the parties. It sets out the percentages. It sets out who owns what, and it sets out who controls what. I think if you're dealing with major artists, they've got lawyers and managers and people behind them who will take care of all of this up front. They will put out sample split sheets for people to sign before they contribute their verse. So the legal documentation is set up all ahead of time.
So essentially what we're saying here, I think, is although there's really great implications with these verse challenges from a perspective of engagement and promotion, from a legal end, it's pretty much a clusterfuck.
That would be the legal term. Got thousands of people contributing to my song that I put out on the internet. There are 1,000 different versions of it and 1,000 different second verses.
Right.
And which one do I use? And what happens to the other people who think that their song was used, or there's some that are similar?
Right.
It becomes a real problem and could potentially involve a number of lawsuits, which is what everyone is seeking to avoid, even us lawyers.
All right, good deal. All right, thank you very much, Steve.
All right, Bobby, take care, man.